move that. A few blocks north. It's just if you have SOV, this is just one of those things. So in this light, this is pretty good in here, very good. You don't have to take my word for it too much, but you kind of have to take my word for it. I want you to look at the base of the washing line on the concrete circle, right there. The shadow is gray. Yes, Bill, the shadow is gray. Dude. Right there, in kind of a way, you're kind of taking my word for it in this light, but the shadow is also ever so slightly light blue. Just light blue. And that blue color comes from the Earth's sky. On a sunny day, which we have here quite often, the blue sky fills in the shadows. Have you ever asked yourself, in my case, Bill, William, why is the shadow not stark jet black? How many people have been to the moon? So when you're on the moon, it's a joke. So when you're on the moon, the shadows are absolutely dark. Somebody left his or her cell phone up here, and I'm just going to disable it. Somebody left some salt water here, I just put it in there. Anyway, on the moon, the shadows are just black, stark black. But on the Earth, the shadows are gray because the Earth's sky fills in the shadows. So if you look there at the base of the washing line, the slight blue color, we did not have this word in English, so I was forced to make it up. And the word is cirrulescence. Now there is a real word in English. Well, this is a real word now. There's a word viridescence, which is a tinge of green. Excuse me a second. My head's exploding. There we go. So, this cirrulescence is used to inform the color of pictures. Now, people who are artists and photographers, you all know this. You all know that daylight looks different from room light, right? You just know that intuitively, but almost everybody knows that, who's able-bodied and so on, but very few of us can say why. Why does it look different? What's the deal? And it's this blue light from a sunny day. So, because of the success of the Science Guy show, thank you all. I was invited to a meeting at Cornell University, and they had this picture of this thing. And you see that it's a lot better than the other thing that they had before that did that thing. So I was like, what, dude? So it was a meeting for the Mars exploration rovers, which came to be called Spirit and Opportunity. Spirit is stuck in the sand, but Opportunity is still seizing opportunity. Let me tell you, there's 2 rovers, right? And they each cost about $450 million. They've run 7 years longer than was originally intended. So the program is now right around $1 billion. So it's $500 million each rover. And they're not even locked. I mean, anybody on Mars could just walk up you know, with your tax dollars. Anyway, they had all these drawings out on the table, okay? And they had this thing, and a picture of this thing. And I said to them, what is the thing? And they said, well, Bill, that's the photometric calibration target. And then they hit it. Yeah. Photometric calibration. I go, so it's the test pattern for the cameras. And I don't want to shock you all, but I used to have a job. I used to work at Boeing on 747s. And the 747's got new life. The Dash 8 has just been released. It's extended upper deck. Very exciting, very sexy. People. Anyway, I worked on the horizontal stabilizer. I want to reassure you, I was very well supervised. People watched that, but it took me quite a while to get this tube added to the 747. There's a tube in the horizontal stabilizer. It's kind of my tube. It took me 3 years because it added weight to the airplane. You're never supposed to add weight. That is evil. No weight added. But I convinced my bosses. Anyway, this thing, at my first thought, was going to add weight to the spacecraft. What are you guys doing? Flying this disc, it's like this, with this metal stick sticking up to Mars just to get the cup. And then I realized, wait. You're sending a metal stick to Mars to cast a shadow? Listen to me, I don't have a PhD. But we gotta turn the photometric calibration target into a sundial. You don't have a PhD, as we're a doctor. You're a Mr. No. Listen, we don't tell time with sundials. It's the space program. You're wearing a watch. No, it'll be cool. We can reckon time on this other world. It'll be, like guys who speak Klingon. Except it'll be real. So they thought about it. They said, okay, and by the way, if you look at the shadow here on this photometric calibration target, I hope you see the yellow color from the light in the oven, the vacuum chamber oven where they did it. And there was no word for this. So I had to coin xanthidescence. Come on, it begins with an X, people. So the head guys, everybody, they said, okay, so if you go to Mars, here it is right there. There are 2 sundials on Mars. This is Husband Hill, named after Rick Husband, one of the guys killed in the Columbia wreck, space shuttle wreck. And I hope you get this sense that Mars is a place and you could walk around. And Woody Sullivan, one of the guys who worked on this quite a bit, really likes the upper lowercase, all one wordificationism activity. So Mars dials, all one word, but it's upper lower. And when you get them up close, which we do, it is the most photographed, these are the most photographed objects on Mars. That's what it looks like. Now, nothing at NASA is out of focus. That would be a mistake. This is a different word, it's defocused. It's not out of focus. It's silly. No, but the thing is, it's too close to the cameras. The cameras are focused at like 17 meters, 50-something feet, but this is right up here. So, this is so great to see. Right there, what's that? That's not black. That's not gray. It's got the topaz, salmon, sienna. And so there was no word, but now. Yes. Now, if my father were here, people, as far as I know, he's not. If he were here, he would remind us all, sundial should have a motto. It should give you something to think about. You may have noticed the one on the beach. It said, for the sunny hours. That's not uncommon. If you go to, where would you go? Oregon. right? The ducks like, dude.